we need something where if the bad guys are in the data stream, if they're watching the bits fly by, we need something that's encrypting the data in flight. We need something that once the data lands on its storage target, how can we protect that data? Well, we encrypt that data at rest. We need to encrypt and protect and air gap the encryption keys themselves. We need to make sure that those keys are not on the servers that are serving those keys. We need to make sure that anything that is being backed up is immutable. So even if you do get hit by ransomware, you can protect that. We need to make sure that our NASs, our file shares, our Z drives and G drives are protected and are segmented. So if bad guys get it, if bad guys get in, they can't hop over some of the walls that you've put in place. We need to make sure that ACLs are in place so that an administrator who has God privileges on your network can't get user files, right? There needs to be some sort of way to protect from against administrative password leaks or rogue administrators and bad guys that are in your network. We need zero trust. Right? We need to have a data-centric, zero-trust capable solution and zero-trust archive abilities. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to RackTop, who's going to talk a little bit about their solutions, and Dave is going to talk a little bit about how they can help agencies and corporations protect their data from ground zero.
Sure. Thanks, Sean. So at RackTop, we provide a NAS solution that really enables that zero trust capability at the data layer. So in the typical or traditional sense of zero trust, once you're authenticated to the network, you're inside the network, you've done your double encryption, you're now unencrypting data, you're still starting to access that information, you're trusted. And the problem with that is, of course, the insider threats, or you may have walked in your laptop from the outside, working from home in this pandemic, and had some type of ransomware or virus that's been secretly hiding there for months on end, waiting for you to plug into the network. Once you've authenticated and now you're a trusted entity, those viruses or those ransomware attacks start creeping around and looking for access and file access, or what they can actually take away from you or encrypt and hold you for that ransom. So what we've done is implemented a zero trust capability around the data layer itself. So now between the end user and the data, we are there watching everything. We see everything that goes on, every transaction, every read, write, copy, move. We see everything and miss nothing from a file access standpoint. We become an added sensor on the network when you got your back turned, or you're not really watching that big cache of data, that you only have a couple admins managing the storage infrastructure, but they're not sitting there watching data and transactions and what people are accessing all day. You're a trusted entity on that network. And then we also provide the capability when you have large caches of information and data and you don't know what that is, we have a user behavior analytics built into our NAS protocols where you can assess and look at real-time information about what users are doing, or look at dark data and why are users, nobody's touched this information in months or years. Why does it need to be on-prem? And how can I archive this off to minimize surface area of attack in a situation? And then this is where I'll hand it over to Sean.
Yeah, thanks. What a great solution that RackTop and Brickstore brings to an environment to really mitigate disasters at the NAS level. I hope you guys appreciate the story that he's told and how it really, really helps with providing true enterprise security throughout many different levels, especially auditing and encryption, et cetera, and so forth. So let me tell you why Cloudian is the best fit for ransomware protection and why we have the best integration with RackTop and Brickstore. So Cloudian's been around since about 2011. Our flagship product is called Hyperstore. It's a software-defined on-premises S3 native object storage solution. Among our many claims to fame are our abilities to help enterprises build secure, cost-effective, and easy to manage, infinitely scalable private and hybrid cloud storage solutions. Cloudian has some remarkable products. It's not just Hyperstore. We have a suite of products that help you improve data privacy, reduce your costs, easily manage exabytes of storage, integrate with public, hybrid, and private cloud storage solutions. Hyperstore is a software-defined storage solution, which means we can be deployed on really any x86 platform. We're fully heterogeneous. You don't need to use our appliances or Dell's appliances or HP's. You can merge them all together. And with our software, we can stitch those together into a secure private cloud solution. Our S3 object lock, again, it was designed by Amazon to protect the data up in the public cloud. But because we speak the S3 API natively, we were the first to bring S3 object lock on-premises storage to the market. This brings data immutability, data encryption. It stops ransomware in its tracks. Backups cannot be changed. Once something has been written to us, it is immutable. Not even a rogue administrator that has what they think might be root access to the system, they're coming into what's called a Hyperstore secure shell solution, and they cannot modify or change anything on files that have been written to us. It's policy-based, so you can set up different buckets that have different policies. Some of these buckets might be protected for 7 days. Some of these buckets might be protected for 7 years. Some of these buckets might be protected for the infinite, like National Archives has a requirement for data storage that's immutable for the lifetime of the Republic for the United States, which is basically infinite. We have that capability to store the data within us. Ransomware becomes ineffective. Object lock is protecting your data. Data cannot be changed or deleted by anybody. And it can be expired. Data can be expired. It's not like you're locking yourself into a forever based on policies by a length of time that you might have. And it says after 7 days, go ahead and delete that data. We've deployed our solution to be the most secure storage in the marketplace. Like I said, hands down, we have gone extra miles to make sure that we are compliant with pretty much every federal requirement that we can find and GDPR requirements, Europe. We are a hardened storage solution. With our integrated firewall, the bad guys aren't going to see anything that's usable to them. If they do get into the system and are able to exfiltrate data, right? Worm is basically write once, read many. If they do get data and get it out of the system, it's going to be encrypted by AES 256-bit encryption. It's going to be completely useless to them unless they have your key pairs. So we are super hardened, super secure. We've gone the extra miles to get certified and secured.